Break open any blisters that form around the bites, keep them clean.
We're doing that. It doesn't seem to be doing much good.
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 movie myths debunked.
I don't know, it was supposed to explode.
For this list, we'll be looking at common misconceptions about the world from screen tropes. Which of these bugs you the most in movies? Vent in the comments. Number 10. Cars explode all the time. How many times have you seen a car blow up on television or in film?
There were burn marks on the ground. The kind that could only be caused by natural meth.
Almost any action movie is likely to have at least one exploding car. Although it looks fantastic on screen, the reality is quite different. Yes, gasoline is flammable, but just because something burns doesn't mean it explodes. Basic science class taught us that fire needs oxygen to burn, and the tank in a car has very little of that to trigger an ignition. Add to that the fact that the core materials of a car aren't that flammable. So no, cars do not burn that easily.
Are you alright?
Number 9. Magic paddles. Our hero gets wounded and down they go.
Does anyone know how to do CPR?
Yeah, start with 3 chest compressions and mouth to mouth.
1, 2, 3.
Someone checks their heart and it seems to have stopped. They pull out these infamous paddles, yell clear, and somehow they're brought back to life.
What the hell are you doing? Where are those little heart paddle things that George Clooney uses?
It's a miracle! Actually, yes, it would be if that actually worked, because defibrillators are not meant to restart a stopped heart. During ventricular fibrillation or tachycardia, a person's heart beats in an abnormal way, causing irregular blood flow to the brain and the rest of the body. Getting a zap from that machine is supposed to jolt the heart back into a regular rhythm. Much like how CPR seems guaranteed to work in the movies, those shocks aren't what you think they are either.
15,000! 15,000 volts! No! Where? No!
Coop, do you know what you're doing?
What's it look like?
Number 8. Grenades have huge explosions. They are a staple of countless war and action movies.
Grenade! Get away! Get back!
We see the hero pull the pin of a grenade with his teeth, toss it, and whatever they needed to hit magically explodes into a gazillion pieces. Of course, none of that is anywhere near the real world.
But it's not a life or death situation.
It is now! Fire Mississippi!
First off, forget ever trying to pull out the pin with your teeth. If it were that easy, there's no way they'd stay inside the grenade. As for explosions, grenades are dangerous and deadly, but don't detonate into massive fireballs. You're more likely to see a big poof of smoke and shrapnel thrown everywhere.
It's a smoker. Bingo.
Number 7. Persistence is romantic. Ted Mosby had a theory about big romantic gestures. When someone has already shown that they're not interested, these fall into the desperate, creepy category.
Whether a gesture is charming or alarming depends on how it's received, and I was charmed by Jeanette finding me.
Yet in countless romantic comedies, persistence, usually of a man pursuing a woman, is portrayed as admirable.
I took my time to think up the perfect opening line.
Wait, no, damn it, come back! You're pretty!
In the real world, anyone who showcased that type of behavior would likely be flagged as a stalker and reported to authorities.
P.S. I love you. 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 You.
When you think about it, if you told someone you weren't interested and they showed up outside your house playing music, it would be pretty uncomfortable. Number 6. Poison can be sucked out of a wound.
Hey, be careful. There might be snakes.
Not even gonna swing at that one.
Ha ha. I'm talking about cobras.
You're out in the desert and a snake latches onto your leg and bites. Your friend offers to suck out the venom to stop it from reaching your heart. Sound familiar? Sadly, unlike the movies, your friend is not doing you any favors here.
Trying to suck the venom out of a snakebite victim is an act in futility that simply delays proper treatment.
For starters, the venom doesn't just remain in one place, it spreads around fast. Secondly, having your friend put their mouth on the wound just increases the risk of infection. If you're bitten by a snake, Don't have someone suck out the wound or apply a tourniquet. Try to remember what the snake looked like and seek medical assistance as soon as possible.
What is wrong with you people?
What's wrong with you? Give me that! Here! Ta-da, snake!
Number 5. Waiting 24 hours to report a missing person. One of the most dangerous side effects of popular media is how myths can be made to seem true.
He's gonna come in here again any second, and we're not letting him take one of us out again.
There have been countless films and television shows that have propagated the idea that you have to wait 24 hours before reporting someone missing.
Well, he's probably just busting chops because we wouldn't let him into the contest. Who didn't we call?
Nothing could be further from the truth. If you know definitively that your friend or family member cannot be found, there's no need to wait some magical time period before reporting them missing. The sooner you connect with law enforcement, the better your chances are of having them get a jump start on locating that individual.
He, she, it, well, whoever. Got enough brains to snatch my son right from under my nose, but they only asked me for $2 million. Don't they know what I'm worth?
No. He's being smart, okay? Keeping it nice and simple for you.
Number 4. Morning sickness as a pregnancy test. On screen, feeling sick in the morning is a surefire sign that a woman is pregnant.
Okay, that's it for the fish.
The truth, however, is that only about 70% of pregnant women experience morning sickness. A much more reliable indicator of pregnancy is a missed period.
8 weeks ago? When was that?
Did you miss your period?
No. Wait. I don't know.
Other signs include fatigue, an increased need to pee, and tender, swollen breasts. Despite all of this, movies and television shows often rely on morning sickness to reveal that a character has a bun in the oven. Maybe she just has the flu, or ate some bad sushi the night before. So there's that.
Are you okay?
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Were you sick?
I don't know.
Number 3. Gunshots toss people. Don't get us wrong. Getting shot is certainly going to hurt.
Where? Here. Just below my floating rib. Be sure not to hit my...
And it's likely that the shock will jolt you. But the idea that a bullet has enough force to toss a human being back is all Hollywood and no substance. Even the Mythbusters tackled this in their Blown Away segment. No matter how big the gun they used, their human analog barely budged.
That went right through again.
Yep.
No movement at all.
It's far more likely that a victim will simply fall to the ground. If you remember your high school physics, Newton's third law says, for every action, there is an equal and opposite reaction.
You've got to be joking.
If I was joking, I would say a rabbi, a priest, and a minister walk into a bar.
Okay.
If the person being shot flew back, so would the person pulling the trigger. Number 2. Are you a cop? Entrapment is defined as when a law enforcement officer convinces someone to commit an unlawful act when they may not have done so otherwise.
Come with me. I'm not the cops. Not asking you.
Once committed, the cop then arrests them. This is where the myth about undercover cops being required to identify themselves came from.
Are you a cop? I'm not a cop.
I'm not a cop!
I got this.
Although entrapment is illegal, undercover operations are legit, but must be conducted very carefully so as to not encourage the illegal actions. Hollywood took their own spin on this and made it seem as if officers would have to declare themselves even in the most vanilla of situations.
You guys cops?
No.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Number 1. Explosion walkaway. If you're some kind of superhero with crazy powers or an awesome suit, maybe we'll let this one slide.
Well, I'm sorry. I'm not Tony Stark.
But for everyone else, there's no way you'd survive the explosions we see heroes walk away from in movies. Regardless of the intensity of the explosion, a shockwave flows outward from the epicenter.
What I can't understand is how can you let him get away when you knew where he was?
If the blast is sufficiently large enough, the wave could easily mow down whoever happens to be in the radius. The idea that you can set off a massive set of explosives and just walk away from the ignition makes for a great shot, but is nowhere near reality.
Oh my god, how do they walk away in movies without flinching when it explodes behind them? There's no way!
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from WatchMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.